Hey everyone, Blue Shadow RP here, back with some more Poptropica, and now we're gonna be taking on Big Nate Island. Now, it's been a while since I've actually done Big Nate Island, so I'm gonna try to use my memory to see if I can actually try to beat it, in the most convenient way. So yeah. So pretty much in the beginning here, we're kind of introduced to the whole objective of the island and pretty much the whole plot of it on top of that. And I'm sure that Big Nate, he also has his own book series and stuff like that. So yeah. So I mean, I guess if you read the books, you would know who he is, right? Except I have never done that, so. But yeah, I think I do remember, like, as a kid, like, I used to struggle on this island because there was just some parts that were just too confusing or something like that. And yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't know much back then, but you know, now I can just beat it with flying colors, and you know, that's the really satisfying part. But yeah, that item that we just picked up is a part of a comic strip. So there's actually multiple parts of this comic strip, actually all pretty much throughout the island. So it's best if we do pick them up because we are gonna need like the full comic strip later. Like right there, I just found 2 of them. So yeah, it's a great idea if you go ahead and pick those up. And we just need a quick moment in here, I think, because this guy will actually give us the title piece of the comic strip. So there we go, that's another piece of the puzzle right there. And we also have this camera building right here too. Which also has a piece of the comic strip. So that's like already like 3 down plus the title piece. And we also have this guy, which we're gonna have to interact with at one point or another on this island. So I guess, yeah, that's like another thing that we're gonna have to look out for, is an old photo of some sort so we can trade with him. But that's pretty much all we need right there for now. So time to start exploring the rest of this place. And now we're in the school zone. So I think there should be something important, like, well, right up there with that bird that's trying to block the, well, sort of protect his nest, but also protect, not really protect, but also keep us away from the bell right there. So yeah, but we're gonna go inside the school because there is some things that we're gonna have to do in here. So notice that it says no gum chewing, so that's also gonna come to mind later. And we also have this locker right here that we're actually gonna mess with a little later, as well as another comic strip piece. So that's like already like 5 of them down. And Detention, of course. But we also have the science lab. So we could also do some stuff, or we can mess around in here. And what do you know, another comic strip piece. So that's like 6 down already. But luckily for us, we also get to interact with this kind of stuff as well. So that's like one of the parts of Poptropica that I like, is that we can interact with like a lot of things, including this stuff. Especially with the burner and the test tubes and the cylinders and all that stuff. So just basically mix blue and yellow together until we get, you know, the right consistency. Well, actually the heat is off, so turn the heat on actually. There we go. And we created a stink bomb, which is actually going to come in handy later. So there we go. So I think that's all we have to do in here for now, but we're going to be coming back. Now we get to move forward. So this area is pretty much just a playground, but I think there's also another piece of the comic flying around, so if I can get it. There we go, that's already 7 down, so we just need to find 2 more within this island. But we can also go in here, which just says kids only, so it's a kid-friendly area. And there's actually 2 types of activities that we can do in here. We're gonna play go to jail first. So it's a 7-letter word, so I'm just gonna go with the vowels, I guess. So that didn't work. Dang, I don't know what the word is. Dang it, I didn't get it. Alright, let's try again. Yeah, very rarely actually fail at that, so... Okay, we got that. Now it's like a 5-letter word. Ocean. There we go. Okay, so we get peanut butter crackers, which may not seem useful at first, but it will be later on. Now we have table football over here on the right side. So pretty much you just got to get the paper airplanes, or paper footballs, I guess, through the goal, which is made of pencils. So you kind of got to aim it like... Well, that didn't work. I mean, this one is pretty simple. You just throw it up like that. Yeah, that was pretty easy. And Big Nate's practical jokes, which actually gives you a hint of what you could do if you're in the well, we've obtained a stink bomb, and we had like the whole locker situation, I guess, which that also may have connected to as well, so yeah. So that gives you a bit of hint of what you're supposed to do if you're, I guess, if you're in that kind of situation. But we're gonna be coming back to the playground soon enough. Except we still have another area of this island to look and explore, so we're gonna go do that. Now there's actually a photo sort of flying around, so I'm gonna try to get it if I can. Almost got it that time. It's kind of annoying. I almost did it. Doesn't seem to be in my range. There we go, finally. So that's actually the old photograph that we're actually gonna have to give the guy at the camera building, but we also have this painter guy up here, which we just need to borrow his telescope, pretty much. So what's beyond the telescope is something that's underneath the rock, which it's all folded up, so we're gonna have to go find that. As well as we have another piece of the comic strip. So that's the 8th one. We just need one more, and then we don't have something that we can use to turn this light around, so we're gonna have to come back for that. But we also have this guy here. But yeah, so now we're gonna have to be going back and to, I guess, try to help out that guy right there. So since we have the old photograph, we can actually go get the scuba diving set that we saw before, so we can actually breathe underwater. So we're actually gonna go do that right now. And we'll swap them the old picture for that scuba gear. And now back to the old guy. Okay, so now we have to put this on. And pretty much we just gotta swim down to the bottom as fast as we can while trying to avoid some things along the way. And we got his lobster trap, which he actually needs to get back, so... But it doesn't really matter since we just received it, so now we can just go back up, I think. So we got the lobster, and we also got his jet ski keys. Yeah, there we go. And actually, we're actually going to go take the jet skis. And we're going to have to race Big Nate while we're at it. So, yeah. And there's going to be obstacles. I kind of forgot about that. Dang it, I was so close. Just by that much, are you serious? Okay, there we go, finally. It was a bit of a draw right there, but I finally managed to do it. Now what we gotta do is get these seals on the left side of this, so we can actually get what's under there. and it's a map to the capsule of what they're talking about. So it's pretty much underneath the playground of the school. Except we kind of do have a problem. Because, well, if you remember correctly, that these girls were just standing here. Until the school bell rings, right? So that's a bit of a hint. So now, what we're gonna have to do is, well, actually, sorry, I should have done something before. Actually, I kind of messed up. We're actually supposed to go back. Since we've obtained the lobster, we're actually going to use it to our advantage and try to turn around the lights because we weren't able to do it before. So we gotta jump all the way up here. And then use the lobster. And then so that the bird can actually get out of the way. And then now we have to go back to the school and pretty much examine what's there so that we can make further progress. And so the bell's actually missing something so it can actually ring. So what we're gonna have to do is, well, actually, I think I'm actually missing something real quick, but, well, actually, no, I don't think I am, actually. Let's see, so let's put together the Big Nate comic. Now, this is actually gonna reveal, well, it's actually gonna help us progress with two things. One is the locker combination, and two is actually helping out the guy. Well, helping out the guy with him getting the full comic, and then he'll give us a reward in return. So, yeah. So pretty much you just put this together like a puzzle, and kind of using the text as a guide also helps too, like if you just read the words and then it slowly reveals the locker combination. So locker combo is 9305. And so first what I'm actually going to do is give the strip to the guy. So I'll do that. And we get a package of stale gum, which is actually better than no gum, because actually, if you actually go to the shop right here, there actually is gum, except it's sold out. So, yeah. So you kind of have to go through all of that to get that gum, but it's well worth it once we find actual use for the gum. So now, what we're gonna have to do is, I guess, I'm actually going to take the scuba gear off since I don't think we need it anymore. So take that off. Now, what we're going to do is, we're going to open up the locker. So if you read the strip, it said that the combo is 9305. So that's exactly what we're going to put it as. And there we go. And just like in the little comic book, there's like a lot of things in the locker and then it just bursts open, so we'll examine it. and we get a preview of the school blueprint. So science lab is up there, right? We've been there. Detention hall, we haven't been in detention yet, but a secret entrance to a hidden room, right? There's a ladder and it goes down there. So apparently we're gonna have to somehow get in detention, right? Detention, he says we're not going in there, but also notice how it says no gum chewing. But notice how we also got our package of gum for helping out the guy, right? So to chew or not to chew, that is the question. Well, I choose we chew gum in here. And we got in detention. No gum in school. And no talking in detention. Well, no talking. Well, I don't even know if it's school hours right now. But anyways, and we can't even go to the file cabinet either. So we're pretty much stuck in here. Or are we? Wow. Okay, you can actually exit detention. That's pretty funny. They just let you go like that. Alright, so anyways, we're actually going to go back in there. Because we have to. I think it would only detect that type of bubble gum, though. It probably wouldn't detect like any other kind of gum, like if you were to buy it from like the Poptropica shop or something like that. I don't know if it would detect that, but it would certainly detect that one, like the one that you get in the island. But if you look back at Big Nate's practical jokes, you could tell that that's probably the same teacher, right? And then we have a stink bomb, right? Well, they use a stink bomb, but we also have one of our own. So we're going to put it to good use. And she walks out. That gives us the opportunity to look in the file cabinet for a hidden ladder. Now, how would you even put a ladder in your file cabinet right like that? I wouldn't even know. But yeah, the purpose of being down here is that we can actually collect the bell clapper, which we actually need for the bell. And we also find this guy down here. Which we actually picked up the item already, so there's that. But yeah, we're actually getting pretty close here, so all we need to do is go back up here and put the bell clapper in. And so the bell could ring. And it looks like the girls have finally moved from the looks of it, so now we're going to go back to the playground area. And would you look at that, it looks like the girls have moved. So if you look back at the map to the capsule, it shows that X marks the spot, so it's right actually in the center right here. So what we're gonna have to do if we want to dig is use the peanut butter crackers to our advantage. And he will dig up what appears to look like a treasure chest. And press the button right there. And here for more plot dialogue. And it looks like we finally found the capsule of what it appears. And yeah, there we go. That's Big Nate Island. So it didn't take as long, well, as nearly long as I would thought I would have completed this at, but yeah, I think we may have actually done it in a pretty good time. So yeah. So after this, I'm gonna be playing Astronauts Island, which may actually take longer. We'll see how long I take on it, but yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like down below. It helps me out tremendously, and I will see you all again soon in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and as always, goodbye.